You guys found a tiefling, and Billy adopted him or something.
Yes.
Now she's a pack mule, and also has to sleep in holes.
True.
Allie, ever the brains of the party, bought an actual pack mule.
That's me. I'm the big brains guy.
To haul the cart that you guys have, and
Yes, new Billy.
yes,
New Billy.
Billy D. Williams.
Nice.
It's garbage.
I was like, please don't encourage this. I have to deal with it all the time. In person.
Okay, I take it.
Ooh, more encouragement for bad puns. Not Brian's though. So yeah, you guys had you were traveling to the south. You had been sort of requested by a brewery run by some gnomes to find out why all of the crops were straight garbo, and hopefully fix that problem for them so that they could supply your mansion or your bread and breakfast. Bed and breakfast? Nah, I like bread and breakfast better. And you had also taken on a. Sorry, I was in the wrong chat.
Fit Garbo!
It's the name of my high school grunge band.
Okay, Aubrey's gonna break early tonight. I can feel it. But you had also taken a quest from Duke Lansum to go to the Dwarven Kingdom in the Doruk Mountains to aid them. They had requested aid from Magnes, and he had sent you guys to help, which is a bold choice, diplomatically speaking.
Aid against what?
It's a good question, Brian.
We just accepted without money.
I do remember that.
So as we left off, you guys were getting to the Dorheim Pass, which is the entryway to the underground part of the mountains. So you are currently standing in front of the impossibly tall sheer cliffs of the Doruk Mountains, which are almost permanently part of the horizon in the kingdom of Valencia. And seeing them up close is awe-inspiring for most, but you guys aren't most people, so I'll let you make your own decisions as you... the road kind of comes to a stop in front of what appears to be a full wall. You can see tracks that are moving forward, but the mountain face itself is in the way of where you would expect the road to continue going.
Well, what the devil is this?
It's called a wall.
Brad is going to... Brad's going to walk up and touch it.
1 second, sorry. Okay, so As you kind of touch the wall, you see these two windows basically kind of form out of the earth, probably 15 feet above you. Okay. um, and these two dwarven men will slide out of them, one out of each. And they just kind of slide along the cliff face until they are even with you on the ground. And they say, business in the mountains.
Yes, we've been sent by the Duke to help with a problem.
All right. We did get word that some folk would be coming. Y'all have any identification?
I have our guild certificate, and he'll show him the Laundry Sucks Magni Adventuring Guild, or that's a terrible name, Magni Adventuring Guild, badge or whatever we have, like that paper that we made originally.
Yeah, you have little ID cards.
Okay, that's what it was. Sorry, it's been a long fucking time since we did that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll just kind of look it over for a few seconds and say, all right, sorry about stopping you. We gotta do it for anyone coming in.
It's okay, you're just doing your jobs.
So you're providing help. You're probably going to the capital then.
I would assume. I'm not really incredibly certain, but we'll figure it out as we go along. That's pretty much how we always go. What's the issue, do you know?
Can't say I do. Above my pay grade, at least. But,
But you know it's in the capital, and so you must have heard rumors, yes?
Well, I'm assuming if you're being sent from the Duke that you'd be going to the capital to meet with someone higher up. I mean, there's not a whole lot of...
Now come on, don't
officials
play
out of
coy with me. Everyone hears whispers, especially when there are things this dire going on.
Well, I mean, some people have been saying that there's been some issue in some of the mines, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for your time, I guess. Let's go, morons. Then Brad will get back on his horse.
So the two men will put their hands against the wall, and a large doorway will kind of melt out of the stone. Or archway, I guess, not doorway. It's not like they're opening doors behind it. But they say, it does get pretty dark down there, but follow the blue crystals to the capital and you'll be right as rain.
Oh, Signor Presidente, I'm certain you're going to love this. And Brad will start into the tunnel.
Okay.
Hella, us morons follow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up the drift globe for Signor Presidente.
Cool. Yeah, once you're all well inside, you see the stone kind of reform behind you and cuts you off from the outside world.
All right, well, that is fucking terrifying.
Great, we're stuck.
As your drift globe starts to illuminate the surrounding caves, you also notice a slew of crystals growing on the ceiling, and they're... Did we say it was like mid-morning when you would get here?
I think so, yeah.
through the night. Yeah. So they are all glowing very brightly. And there's an array of different colors: blue, white, kind of a pale yellow, dark brown, red. And they're all kind of leading in the same way. Every now and then there will be um, little caves and tunnels that kind of branch off of this main path, but they are barely lit by crystals and are very. They look naturally made, not like carved out.
Are there any signs in Dwarven so that we make sure that we're not going the wrong way? Or is it just like literally a straight tunnel for as long as we're traveling?
Roll a investigation check.
Okay. Hi, D20s. I haven't used you in a while.
The rest of you guys can too if you would like.
Betrayal! Betrayal! 3 plus 4 is 7.
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Investigation.
That's the most hurt I've ever heard you sound. Oh, that's not good.
I have-
16 for Eskel.
I have heard Tim kill fellow players with a less emotion.
Betrayal.
Hey man, that hurt my feelings. What can I say?
Fuck.
My steampunk die like almost always rolls well, and so when it rolls poorly, it's like a stab in the back, you know?
Landre, Allie, are you guys investigating?
Allie's too busy looking at the pretty crystals. She
Rolled a
abstains.
9.
9. Okay. Allie, roll a perception check.
Okay. 17.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm eating delicious chocolate.
Wow,
So, Eskel, you will notice that the crystals, it almost looks like they're making like arrows on the ceiling. And even when one of these little offshoot tunnels has like crystals in it, it's more scattered and less like intricately placed. So you would probably gather that these crystals were specifically grown to light the way, and any others that you see are probably just natural formations. So you feel confident that you're going the right way. Allie, as you're kind of admiring these glowing crystals, you start to see little like carvings in the wall, like little alcoves almost. And some of them have these strange clay dolls. They kind of look like the things from Princess Mononoke.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what those things are called. I think it's Princess Mononoke. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good image.
It better be. Now I'm hyped. I'm ready to be fully immersed. Let's go.
Are you ready for
I'm so ready.
good picture?
Dude, I'm psyched. This is why I wake up in the morning. Damn,
Boom.
the hype train is real. Let's go.
That's what these little clay figures look like. Some of them have like crystals in their eyes that aren't glowing. Other ones are just like carved out of rock or formed out of clay.
Thanks, I hate it.
Those are adorable. Can she take one?
You certainly can.
Yoink.
Ali, do not put it back now!
Bradley, don't! And Billy will bend down and pick one up too.
No,
Yeah.
you morons! We're emissaries in a dwarven kingdom. You don't know if you're allowed to grab those. Leave them be.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
Just-
we can take these.
I'm pretty sure you can't. Put it down now.
Billy will give it a little scratch on the head and then put it down. Not because Bradley told me to.
Allie puts it down.
Okay. Do you
Let's
put it back where you
go.
found it, or just on the ground somewhere?
If this happens right after she picks it up, she puts it back where she found it. But she's definitely gonna try swiping one behind Bradley's back on the way because fuck that guy. He ain't her dad. He can't tell her what to do.
Okay.
Can't
Map
wait for
time.
that plot twist.
That'd be weird.
Okay. So, Brian, I apologize. This map's going to be really confusing for you. Each one of these hexes is going to be a 30-minute travel time, but they're not 30 minutes wide. Okay?
Quick question. What the fuck?
So you know these completely symmetrical figures. Pretend they're not.
I wanted them because it's an easy way to mark time, but they're not. Whoops. They're not like
They're not.
giant,
I do know.
highways of
Oh, I didn't know.
tunnels. Oh, sorry.
If I could make hexes time, I'd make them less wide.
Oh, damn.
Why can't I stretch these perfectly symmetrical hexes into oblong shapes? Huh, if only. So
From when we reach the Heim, who knows how wide it is? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
where you are, it's about 40 feet across. So it is still a wide tunnel. It's about 20 feet tall.
I'm going to do that thing where I'm going to put, walk heel to toe, so it takes me 30 minutes to go across the 40 feet.
Are you still on top of your horse trying to walk heel to toe? Because that might take 30 minutes across.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm not going to do that at all. I'm just being a douchebag.
I figured. So you guys are around that first bend when Allie first notices these clay dolls and tries to take one. So about an hour. Come on, man, you don't have to call me out like that.
I think I'm calling everybody here out.
Give me B, Brian.
I was gonna say, I think I should go to bed, man.
Do you want me to roll perception, Eric, or do you want to roll it for me?
For what? Oh, you can roll. You can roll for that.
Okay.
Sorry, I got distracted by the meme. I didn't see the chat.
19.
So you notice Allie, like she just like is walking, and then she starts like running her hand along the wall, and then like as soon as there's one of these little alcoves, she just grabs the little figurine.
Allie, if you don't put the figurine back, I'm going to cut your hand off.
What? I slipped. Why do you have to be so mean? She very slowly puts it back.
Can I make an Arcana check on this little thing?
Sure.
Just want to see if I can glean what it is. That's a 15.
It seems to be a small clay carving. Some of them are rock, some are made of gems. You don't get anything magical off of them.
Not getting anything magical off of these. I'd still
That
don't
doesn't
think it.
mean we can just steal them.
No, I was gonna say that. You didn't let me finish my sentence, Bradley.
I mean, I think it's dwarven custom that these are offered to guests as a token of appreciation and togetherness.
I may not know much about society, Allie, but I don't think that's true.
I don't know. How well read are you on dwarves?
Why don't you go ahead and roll deception, and I will roll insight.
I got a filthy, slutty 20.
Actually, I think you beat me.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I got a 14. Are you sure, Allie?
I had dwarven friends once. I mean, they weren't really my friends. They just threw stuff at me, but I talked to them. And by talk to them, I mean I
What?
listened to them when they
What
talked.
were
to
their
each other.
names?
Shorty, I think, was one. Or no. I didn't really get their names, I'm going to be honest. They had beards.
I think all dwarves have beards.
Not all of them.
What do you mean, not all of them? They come out of the womb with a beard.
They can shave. Have you never shaved a dwarf, Brad?
Well, no, that seems like it would be dangerous, but
We can change
I
that.
suppose if you're going to take one of the dolls, you might as well. But
She
I
smiles.
still will not.
And she takes one.
Okay. You now
If we
have.
get in trouble, though, Allie, I am going to remove your hand.
We won't get in trouble if no one knows. And she stuffs it into her bag.
The one you grab has like a weird sideways head.
Perfect.
And
The one
it's
she really wanted.
it's got really small eyes with little gems in it and a really big mouth.
Just looks like an expensive potato.
I'm going to call you Little Bradley. And she pats it on the head.
Have you guys already named something else Bradley as well?
Did we?
I don't remember. I thought you did. Maybe not. So you guys continue through the through these tunnels, following this thick banding of crystals. And when you get to grid between grids 5 and 6, so right after the second little bend, you notice that there's a small ring of these crystals on the ground. Most of them are only faintly glowing. Some of them look like they've burned out entirely. Some of them are bright still, but only one or two. And it's in this about 1.5 foot diameter semicircle against the wall, and inside this semicircle is a pair of untouched leather boots and a steel mace with its haft kind of crunched into the ground so that it's standing straight up.
Just ask Ali. Have you read about this? Is this a dwarvish thing? Since you're so well read, I'm not very familiar with this either.
It could be some sort of weird dwarven ritual.
A ritual, you say? What? A ritual for what?
I would guess magic.
She got
I
me
would
there.
guess you're full of shit.
Hey, you can't prove it.
Dwarves don't really practice magic.
I knew a dwarf who practiced magic once. Well, I didn't really know him. He also threw stuff at me.
I'm
like
going
to,
to throw stuff at her.
Good old shorty.
Can I do an Arcana check on the circle?
Sure.
Gonna walk up and sort of sit down next to it, and kneel down next to it, and try to figure out what this is. Oh, come on! That's an 8. This dice is going in jail.
Yeah, there's boots and glowing crystals. This could be magic. You haven't heard of any magic like this, but dwarves are kind of an odd bunch. Maybe it is.
Stay away from this just in case, guys. I don't know if this is. Stay away
Landre,
from it just in
We
case.
should continue on.
Landre, could you roll me a religion check quick?
14.
Okay. You would probably, while Billy is kind of sitting down and thinking about it, you have enough time, and for the first time in a while, a thought pops in your head.
Wow.
Sorry.
Big oof.
You think this is probably a sort of makeshift altar to Martha Moore Duin, who is a dwarven god and generally watches over travelers.
I nod contently to myself.
Okay.
Not giving a shit. Okay, I see how it is.
Onwards and upwards.
Hello.
Sure. Somewhere or sometime along the way, I would kind of just walk next to Landre and say, Landre, could you do me a favor?
Yes, but I don't see any poisonous plants around in this cave.
That is a very astute observation. Might you be able to crack a little bit of a crystal off for me? I'm wondering if it'll do anything in a potion.
I don't know if I could stomach one of those, not without a lot of water.
I'll grind it up all fine and powdery before I give it to you.
Interesting. Which crystal would you like?
Take your pick.
This is a lot of pressure.
Don't worry, I have faith in you.
I'm going to assess all the crystals.
Okay, roll for crystal.
It's like a -8.
Nature, I think, would be a good one. You could roll nature.
+8.
Oh, total?
Yes.
Okay. You notice one of the red crystals is kind of growing in a bit of a weird direction, as if it's not one of the cultivated crystals. Luckily for you, that makes it really easy to grab a hold of. Roll an athletics check.
19.
Oh, it snaps in your hand like rock candy. And
like-
you've got. Sorry.
I like it.
It tastes like rock.
I just say, no, Laundry. I remember I have to grind it up first.
I'll hand it to him.
And I will grab it and then hop on my cart and begin grinding into powder.
Okay. I call it nose potions.
Yeah, I think it's an untapped market.
Yikes. As you guys are heading along this path, then, you notice that the crystals themselves seem like they're glowing less brightly than they were before. And after about an hour, they are down to a dim glow. But you do see a kind of the glow of like lanterns up ahead.
Onwards and upwards.
Cool. Yeah. You guys, Brad, you'll be probably the first to notice on El Presidente. If you're not too busy policing your party members. That you are riding into a small town. There is a wooden sign pegged into the ground. Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
I might. Hang on. I
Yes.
don't.
You do, Brad?
Speak
Yep.
Gith.
Okay. Yeah, it says Jacob's Cross on it. And it's not a large town by any means. It's slightly bigger than the hole in the ground that you had found going to the desert. But most of it just kind of looks like simple houses kind of carved halfway into the walls of the city, and then there's excuse me, there's a general store that does not have any lights on in. There's a larger dwelling built out of wood, actually, and you can read the sign. It says just Jacob's Inn. Other than that, there's a few other buildings just kind of strewn across town that don't have any labeling on them at all.
So, what is it, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now?
1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4. Yeah, it's probably about 4:30, pushing 5.
I think I'm gonna go. Is there a place to tie up El Presidente in front of Jacob's Inn?
There is, and there is even a little trough with water right in front of the post.
How bright is it in Jacob's Crossing? Should I keep like the drift globe by El Presidente or Senor Presidente to like make him happy, or is it probably good enough to take it down?
There's a handful of like lanterns lit actually in the town. One of them is by the inn, so he would probably be okay without it.
I'll leave the drift globe up. I don't need it. I have dark vision.
Fair enough.
I hook up Billy there too. I mean, new Billy, not old Billy. That'd be weird.
You can do both. I'll let you.
I'm gonna head inside.
Okay. Yeah, it's very simply decorated. Every piece of furniture is really thick oak. And there's no one else currently at like in the room that you can see. It's kind of set up with a small bar as kind of the first floor, other than the person behind the desk.
I'll walk up. Good evening, sir. How are you today? I'll say in Dwarven.
His eyebrows go up a little bit, and he responds in turn. It's been a quiet night, but it normally is. Are you, well, obviously you're outsiders, but, is this your first time, underneath the mountains?
It is, yes. Hopefully my accent isn't too atrocious. Do you happen to have a room for my friends and I?
Oh, it's not too bad of an accent. At least it's better than most humans. Yeah, I've got plenty of rooms. How many do you need?
Let's go with 3. Laundry and Esco can room together, and Billy and Harry can room together, and obviously I will have my own room because as the odd man out, that's just the way it'll have to be, I guess.
Oh, it's okay. You can sleep with Marty Paws.
Oh, well, I wouldn't deprive you of that, Harry.
I think Marty Paws likes you.
I don't think he does, as a matter of fact. I think he hates me. He told me.
Well, then his
That's
slumber
the
party's
smell
going
of
to do
it.
you too well.
And Brad will turn back in Dwarven and say, so how much for 3 rooms?
With meals, that'll run you about, I'll say, 10 gold for the lot.
Sounds good. Brad will pay that.
He will give you 3 keys and say, any preferences for dinner? We've got, minestrone, or, stone soup, of course. We've got some rockfish as well, if you might prefer that.
I think I'll go for the rockfish.
Kind of looks at the rest of the party.
Yeah, I guess second that.
I'll
Yeah.
hand the key to Eskel and to Billy.
I put the key on my bird's beak.
Thank you, Bradley.
Bradley, does Ian have hose for her?
What now?
Isn't she supposed to sleep in holes in the ground ever since I joined? Wasn't that sort of one of the conditions?
We're
Or is
all
that
in a
just
hole
one-
in the ground.
That's a good point, Billy. How do you plan to find a hole in the ground in all of this rock?
I wouldn't want you to go against your word, Billy.
I mean, I can sleep outside
Although,
and dig a
does this
hole, but
whole thing not constitute a hole in the ground, I guess.
Hey, come on, I know it's a small town, but, it's not that small. Oh,
it's not what he means. There's a deal that's been going on. In order for this one, she'll point at Eskel, to travel with us, I have to sleep in holes in the ground, and we're just trying to decide whether this whole complex counts as a hole in the ground or not.
I suppose that'd be more of a matter of elevation, wouldn't it?
True enough.
Have we been going downwards, upwards, or staying rather level? Anyone been paying attention? I've been in the back of the cart, grinding rock.
I think we've been going pretty much down, I'm assuming.
I'm pretty sure everything we do is downhill.
Wow.
I mean,
I
is
just-
she wrong?
Really, no.
Hey, we've been playing for an hour, and not once has Allie asked me if we're the bad guys. I mean, we're doing pretty well.
That's how we define the sessions now. Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this whole thing would kind of constitute being underground.
I'll
What
leave
if
it up
though?
to Bradley.
I'll
mean,
make
he's
you
right.
a deal, Billy.
Oh. Those don't usually end well for me. Okay.
When we find out what the mission is, we'll have a new penance for you. But until then, you may have a motel or hotel room, whatever you would consider this.
Thank you. She'll give you a hug if you'll let her.
Absolutely not. Stiff arm in the forehead.
Okay.
Opposing athletics checks?
Roll the hug.
She's not good at athletics, so you're probably gonna win this. Unless she rolls a natural 20.
Yeah, I got a 10 plus 7 is 17, so I don't beat that, I don't think.
20 minus 1, so 19.
Yeah, no, you beat me.
It's awkward, but Brad's arm does buckle and give way as you just power through for Brad's first hug, TM.
Brad's gonna go sit down at the bar and bang on the bar. What's the guy got to do to get an ale?
1 ale, sir, coming right up. She picks out a random bottle and puts it in front of him. That'll be 52 gold pieces. Thank you.
Allie, get out of there right now!
She frowns and says, "Sir, I work here."
Allie,
Sir,
you're going to go to bed without dinner.
I keep telling you you're not my dad. You're not even my boss. She points to the front counter. He's my boss.
The front counter, you'll note, is empty right now.
Oh, looks like I'm my
Ali!
boss.
Who do you think is sitting behind that desk right now? Who is there in your imagination that is telling you to do all of these ridiculous things?
Um,
On second thought, I don't care. Get your fucking ass out from behind there.
she's gonna take the bottle away and say, "We don't serve rude customers at my establishments."
God, I wish
I'm-
that were true.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
ask people
going to
upstairs.
bed.
Good.
Brad will oblige.
She'll
And
look at
then,
the party.
actually... No, go ahead. I'm gonna go to bed.
No, you
Oh.
you do your thing.
I was just gonna ask if you'd take the bottle that Allie had grabbed for you.
No, Allie took it away.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
We don't serve rude
Yeah,
customers
no.
here.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna go upstairs. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
here at Alley's alleyway.
Before I go,
Where's this?
I'm going to on my door, before I close it, I'm going to spend the hour to put a glyph of warding on it, and then close that motherfucker up.
Okay. I guess I can allow that.
And we're gonna do electricity.
Okay. I definitely know what that means.
While I turn away from the bar, I'm going to have my bird try and just grab a bottle with its talons and fly it over to me. But like I'm not paying attention to it. I'm trying to do it pretty nonchalantly.
Okay. Roll for bird.
Stealth.
Are you trying to steal it or just trying to have it grab it?
Oh no, I'm trying to basically steal a bottle of whatever I can grab.
Oh, okay. Then yes, stealth.
Okay. 19.
Allie, perception?
I only got a 14.
Okay. Yeah. When Allie grabbed the bottle away from Brad, she didn't put it back where she found it. She just kind of put it behind the bar, and your bird just kind of it picks it up, and there's some flapping, which you're surprised no one else notices. But maybe you're just more attuned to bird.
All right. As it gets within arm's reach, I just kind of reach my hand out, grab the bottle, and then have it perch on my shoulder.
Okay.
Actually, no, it'll perch on my horn. And then I will go to the room that I believe I'm sharing with Brad and knock on the door. If there's actually no response, I'm probably just gonna get electrocuted.
Brad, do you respond to knocking?
Bradley, are you there? Are you asleep?
No response.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, no, I'm just assuming that he's passed out, or like, since I haven't seen the room, maybe. Jeez, Louise. Maybe he's like bathing if there's a tub or something in there. So yeah, I'm going to take a whole bunch of jolty damage. I don't know what I'm rolling though, or if I'm even rolling anything.
So.
Actually, you'll find that your key does not fit in the keyhole.
Oh. Well, that's an entirely different problem.
And you look down, and Brad's room is marked 1, and your key has a little 3 inscribed on it.
Gotcha. Then I would go back to the counter for whoever gave me the key and just are you sure you gave me the proper key? I believe I was supposed to be roomed with the kind sir who paid.
The barkeep, Jakob, is walking out with, I think it's just 2 plates of seared rockfish currently. And he sees Allie behind the bar and just kind of like gives her a look like, okay. And turns back to you and says, and he says, no, you said you'd be going with, well, I'm not certain. I'm guessing Landre is the big one back there.
He's the big. I don't know. I suppose I may have misheard Mr. Bradley, but I thought he said that I was to sleep with him, and then there was a whole sort of debacle, and then we were discussing whether or not this establishment was a whole.
Oh, no, he said he said somehow he got like he was the only lone one, unfortunately, or something. So I gave him the small room. I I mean, I won't stop you from sleeping with him, but there's only
Oh.
one bed and
Him, I
only
guess
one key.
I just kind of shrug and walk towards door number 3.
He looks at the three of you who are still downstairs and says, "I guess they don't want their dinner. You want seared rockfish?"
Oh yeah, I could go on lunch break. I'll take one. Thanks.
He'll hand you a plate.
She'll eat it at her station, just in case someone gets thirsty while she's eating.
You can take up the other one to Radley if you'd like.
Sure, then. He'll hand you the plate.
Okay.
It's already paid for. It doesn't bother me none.
Okay. She'll just take it up and like leave it there, but knock. Go, I brought your rockfish, and then just leave it there.
Andre, what are you up to? You crazy goofball.
It's bedtime?
It's like 6 o'clock, probably.
There's a bar around?
Yeah. Allie is currently working it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go approach Alleyway.
She looks up with a mouthful of fish, and she looks at you and smiles and finishes chewing and says, "Good evening, sir. Feeling thirsty tonight, are we?"
Do you supply free drinks to guild members?
We do, yes. We absolutely supply free drinks to guild members. The only catch is you have to pay for the glass it comes in.
I swear to God.
How much is the glass?
It depends on what glass you want. If you want a cheapo glass, it's not really that much, probably just like 5 electrum pieces. But if you want one of our real quality glasses, which you seem like the sort of person who would, it'd be two gold pieces.
Well, I can't pay in gold. I only have electrums, so cheap it is.
Cheap it is.
I can only pay an electrum. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
She grabs a random glass and a random bottle and fills the glass with the liquor from the bottle, and finishes the deal.
You said 5 electrum?
I think that's what she said. Yeah.
Okay. My money's dwindling. This is a good deal, getting free drinks, and I'll down it. Do I own this glass?
You're renting it.
I would like to rent it again, please.
That's 5 more electrum pieces.
What did you say you were doing when I came in?
Who? What?
What did you say you were doing when I came in?
She was eating. She was eating fish. She has like a plate of half-eaten fish in front of her while she's serving you.
Where is everybody?
Sleeping, I think. Well, Billy's over there. She points.
Just vibing. She's just...
You serve food here.
She pushes her plate of fish in front of you and says, "Would you like some?"
Do you have anything with crystal in it?
Yes. Maybe? She
would-
looks around. Is there some salt nearby? I'm gonna assume there's salt nearby. She puts salt in the fish.
Yeah, there's salt.
She salts the fish and then pushes it in front of Landre.
Crystal is good on fish.
I hear it's good on everything. Probably.
I'll have to let Eskel know.
You should.
I'm gonna taste it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Delicious.
I mean, it's salty.
Fascinating. Strange. Enticing.
Well, I'm glad you like it. You can keep the plate.
For free?
Sure. I like you. And she just like punches you in the shoulder.
Alright, I'll take it to my room.
All right, so I didn't want to interrupt there, but after Billy says that she brought Brad his fish, if the fish is still there a few moments later, Eskel is just going to take the fish and eat it himself.
Okay. Yeah, unless Brad gets up for a second knock to see what's going on.
I mean, did Billy announce that she had his food?
She said, "I have your food," and then she just left it, and then she just went back
Oh
downstairs.
yeah, he would go and grab that quick and then close the door.
Okay. Then no fish for Eskel.
All right, Eskel just keep on going at that free bottle of booze, and also working on mystery crystal potion, nose potion.
Nose potion. Are you going to use the alcohol in the nose potion?
You know what? We'll say that I drank enough that we're just not giving a fuck right now.
Okay. Sure. You start mixing that up. Brad is eating rockfish in bed. Landre is drinking at Allie's bar.
No, I took
Billy,
my
what
plate
are
up
you-
to my room.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
She will go over to. I'm gonna be her mate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. She's gonna go over to Allie, who is her roommate, and say, "I'm gonna go upstairs. I have the only key, so just knock on the door when you need something. When you need let in."
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Hi.
Have a good one.
Allie, how long do you stay behind the bar?
Probably just until like a little bit after everyone else clears out.
She's closing.
Yeah, someone has to close the joint.
Okay.
Unless like, other people come in to use the bar, then she'll totally serve them.
I mean, Jakob is behind the little desk, and he's just kind of like staring at you, but just in kind of like a mildly amused way, like, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Allie knows that her employer is a bit weird at times, but it's cool.
Yeah, he's the weird one. Damn. Silly Jakob.
Yeah.
Bars are for Allie.
Yeah, but if like business slows down and the rest of the party are gone, she'll close up the bar and go over to her boss and say, "Man, it's been a long day. I think I'm gonna turn in a bit early. I'm assuming you can close up the joint."
Yep. Shouldn't be a problem. You enjoy your your night then, young miss.
Thanks, you too. See you bright and early tomorrow. And then she
Or-
walks away and mutters, slave driver, he doesn't pay me enough. And she stomps upstairs. And will knock on the door to her locked room.
Okay. Knock, knock. Billy's been sitting there, and she has like the when she lets you in, you see that she has the raven statue sitting next to the owl, and she has just been carefully, I guess, comparing the two. Not really, but just like staring at them. Even she doesn't know why.
Cool. Allie strolls right in, just throws herself on her bed, and she just huffs very loudly and says, "It's been such a long day. Someday I hope to make it out of this dead-end job, do something with my life, make my parents proud."
Well, we've kind of been walking forever, so
Well, I know you have, but this is my life now.
okay. Well, I'm sorry that's how this has turned out for you.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And she'll just kind of kick her feet while you do your thing.
Will I have
Billy
enough
is just
time to
right-
get one of those done tonight? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Billy is just like examining all the stuff that she has had in her robes, and she's doing that thing where it's like you take an inordinate amount of stuff out of a very small space. Like you think she's done, but she keeps just pulling more shit out of her robes. She's very carefully cataloging it in her book. This is a painstaking process. Just wanted to let you know. Sorry.
That was cool. Allie's just going to talk to you about inane stuff that she's totally making up throughout the night until she passes out.
Great.
Okay. I'm gonna fast forward to the morning.
Yeah!
So yeah, your rooms are still very dark in the morning. Since there's no sunlight, and the glow of the crystals, it does seem to wane and wax in a day-night cycle. But obviously they're nowhere near as bright as, the dawn. So you guys probably wake up a little later than normal. Brad is normally an early waker, right?
Yep.
And Laundry, did you say you were an early waker? I forget.
Not necessarily.
No, okay. So Brad, you probably wake up around like 10, which is really late for you, but
I'm gonna go pound on the door and wake up Laundry.
okay.
Laundry! Laundry!
You hear squishing, and when I open the door, the floor is drenched. Hello, Bradley.
The fuck? What were you doing?
Sleeping. What were you doing?
Why is it so damp in there?
Oh, I don't want to lose my armor.
You're a fucking moron. But I have a gift for you.
Oh, is it a plate?
What?
Is it
What
a
do you
plate?
mean?
Did-
No, it's not a plate.
Oh, that's all right. I
It's
already
an
have one.
axe.
Hmm?
Brad is going to pull out a small throwing axe that has a bunch of runes etched into it, and he says, "You can use it, and you could throw it, or I suppose use it in melee. But when you hit someone with it, It will cast thunder wave and send your enemy flying.
You think I could eat off of it?
Why would you eat off of it, Laundry? Use it in combat, you moron.
I just get worried if I ever break my plate.
You know what, on second thought, maybe I'll keep the axe.
Do you need a plate?
Eskel, you would probably also wake up at Brad and Laundry's
Yeah.
quote unquote conversation.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah, while this is going on, I would definitely walk past them and then just, like, deliberately place in Laundry's hand the potion that I had brewed for him without saying a word. And just walk away like, I feel like this is gonna happen a lot.
Eskel,
Yes, Laundry.
you can
I
put
say
that
kind of
crystal
hungover.
on fish.
I suppose that's entirely possible, but I put it in that bottle instead.
And then I'll keep on arguing with Brad.
And then I'll just head downstairs, and if Jakob's up, I'll see what's for breakfast.
Jakob is behind the desk, but he's lightly snoring when you come down.
Gotcha. I would just lightly tap the desk and then gradually get louder till he actually wakes up.
Okay. It doesn't take long. 2 or 3 taps and you go, oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Master Tiefling. I don't think I caught your name. I'm sorry.
Eskel, it's alright, Jakob. Would you happen to have anything for breakfast, preferably something that can ease a bit of a hangover? I might have polished off most of a bottle of whatever the hell this is, and I hold the bottle up.
He kind of takes it and goes, oh, rock rye. Yeah, that one will hit a little bit. Not too bad, but yeah, I'll whip something up for you. And he'll disappear behind the desk into the little kitchen that he went to before when the rest of you were playing bartender.
Alright, I'll just sit down at a table and put my feet on it and lean back in a chair.
He'll come back not too later with some really greasy eggs and a couple sticks of bacon.
Gotcha.
Cutting back to Brad Laundry quick.
I'll
Brad is just going to rip the axe out of Laundry's hands and go downstairs in a huff.
I also have a Githka. I'm gonna
Brad's
follow
just
him.
gonna wave his hand and keep walking.
Priest pack. This trophy. Some bone dice.
Laundry! Stop talking, please! Please! Please!
I'm gonna pull out my switchblade comb and run it through the tiny, tiny, tiny frills of hair that I have.
Do you activate the grease function?
Yes.
Okay.
How long is my hair now after I shaved it?
You probably have some solid stubble for sure.
Okay.
I think
He's
it's
got the
been.
Brian Fantano going on right now.
I think it's been about like a month in game.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a lot, but there's some fuzz for sure.
Well, I comb it.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I'll say it's just enough for the comb to actually run through the hair. And it just gets your head super greasy. So you don't quite have enough to hide the shine from your newly greased head.
Laundry, why don't you go wake up Billy and Allie so we can get going?
Where are they, Bradley?
In the room next to yours, number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll rap on the door so quietly that you can't even hear it.
Billy is already awake. She is doing her daily find familiar ritual spell.
I'm gonna get gradually louder, but the timing will be awkward, so it'll suddenly just be insane pounding. Finally, I'll fling the door open.
She's in the middle of casting the spell, and as soon as you do that, she sticks her hand out towards you and just like puts her finger over her mouth and like just. Shh.
I was worried.
Should you be interrupted during a ritual spell, or I'm looking at it and I don't think it matters, but
I think you could be, like, if you took damage, or maybe if you were like the target of an attack. But I think like, especially with him just gradually getting louder and louder, like you would expect it's one of your asshole party members. Probably not Brad. Brad wouldn't start out quiet.
I'll carry on mundane pleasantries with her as I absent-mindedly just lift Alleyway up and like toss her over my shoulder like an old rug.
She
walk
grumbles.
out of the room.
okay.
Billy was the other early riser, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought it was Laundry. I guess because I don't know. So yeah, your find familiar would probably be finished about like as Laundry walks out of the room with Alleyway in tow. So the 5 of you? 5? 6?
It's 5, I think.
Yeah. The 5 of you will be coming downstairs. Excuse me. Around the same time, with Eskel being a little bit earlier, followed by Brad.
I want to quickly eat and get back on the road to Dorheim so that we can find wherever, the Capitol building is or whatever it would be so that we can get this mission done. I don't think Brad doesn't really like being underground.
Okay.
Neither does Billy. She didn't sleep well.
What an unfortunate circumstance for you, then.
Points of exhaustion all around. Yeah, as soon as Eskel asked for food, Jakob's been cooking, so he'll pretty much, as soon as you come down, Brad, he'll be like, "Oh, perfect timing," and like slide a plate of greasy eggs and a couple sticks of bacon towards you, and yeah, you guys are fed fairly quickly, I would assume.
Yeah.
And Brad is the irritated mom who's like, "Come on, we gotta go. Come on, you're taking 3 minutes too long to eat breakfast."
TikTok, bitch.
So yeah, you guys can leave Jakob's Crossing and head out towards Dorheim to the north.
Oh, Allie formally resigns from her position as bartender before we leave.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jakob laughs but accepts your Jesus Christ. Resignation.
Got it. Third time. Charm. Great. Catch you on the flip side, champ. She bounces out.
Okay.
Allie, did you get a severance package?
Oh yeah, my severance package. Whatever that is, I want it.
Did
He
you
hands
work
you-
long enough to qualify for a severance package?
I've been here for years.
He hands you the rest of the bottle of rock rye that Eskel had been drinking.
Great, I love it.
Don't drink it all at once now.
You can't tell me what to do. She takes a swift drink and then probably immediately spits it out.
He just goes and goes back to fetch a mop. So, 10 o'clock. So as you guys make your way out of Jakob's Crossing, it probably takes you 10 minutes to make sure that you're on the right path, making sure you have the blue crystals in tow. And before we leave off, I want everyone to roll me perception checks.
Okay.
13 for Eskel.
That's a 9 for Billy.
One
Okay.
dope 15 for Allie.
Kim got a 13.
Wait. Wait, what the fuck?
Got him.
I thought you said Tim got a 13, so I was just like, okay. And a during 20. Okay. So you guys are on your way, and between Jakob's Cross and Dorheim, there's it like goes up, it turns right, and then there's that little like downwards, like the little V. When you get at the bottom of the V, Bradley and Landre, you hear this very faint, it's like a short yelp followed by like a low rumble, like as if you're hearing like a far off thunderstorm that just kind of like carried for miles before like you kind of whoa, 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 whoa. And it's coming off one of the these little naturally made naturally made passages, sorry. To your right, by the way.
Weird. I hope that didn't come from Dorheim. But I have a feeling it did. And I think we're going to continue adventuring forward. I want to try and, like, I don't want to, like, move at dash, but maybe just pick up the pace a little bit.
It came from like where the X is. I just uploaded.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to pick up the pace and try and make it towards whatever that noise was.
You were in that adjacent blue hex, so it didn't sound like it came from like the main path.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Then I guess we're just gonna continue on towards Dorheim then, because it doesn't seem like whatever this was is on our way. So we'll deal with that later.
Okie dokie. Then as you continue on to Dorheim, we will pick it up there tomorrow. Sorry, next Sunday. Yeah, you thought it was Dolby tomorrow. Ha! You fool!
Magnes all day, every day. This is our life now.
So yeah, we'll pick it up there next week. See you guys kind of rounding that bend.
Lit.
How dramatic. I'm into it.
Bum. Thanks for
One of my
playing,
least
everybody.
favorite